Hi everyone, this is Mahendra Paliwal and today we are going to learn about physical and chemical changes. What is our today topic? That is physical and chemical changes. Okay, physical and chemical changes. What do you mean by change first here? A change. Change means what? When a matter is not in same condition as it was before. What I said, we call it a change when a matter is not in the same condition as it was before. For example, if I have a paper, all of you can see the paper. If I tear the paper, it is not in the same condition as it was before. Similarly, if I burn it, again it will not be in the same condition. I can say I'll get some black dust. So we call it as a change. Now we have two types of change. One is physical change and second one is chemical change. So what is physical change? Physical change, a kind of change in which appearance change. Appearance change. What I mean by appearance? You can say shape and size etc. change. Okay, shape and size change. For example, again I tore this paper into parts, size and shape change. Now you can see this is the paper. It is in a rectangular form. Just keep watching. Now is it in the rectangular form? No. Your answer is no. It is in a cylindrical shape. So it obtained a change, that is a physical change, because its shape has been changed. Okay. Again, if I take some water, and start boiling it, what will be happening? It will evaporate. It should start evaporating. So again, the change is taking place over there. Those kind of changes are called physical change, because in physical change there are one point: no new substance formed. No new substances formed. No new substance getting formed. I tore the paper. It is still a paper only, right? It's if I'm tearing the paper, no new substance is getting formed. So those kind of changes are called physical change. Example. For example, what we can write? The first one is tearing of paper. Second one is melting of ice. We can say melting of wax. So those kind of changes in which no new substance is getting formed, only shape and size is getting changed, as those changes are called as physical change. Now the next one. The next is chemical change. Next one is chemical change. What is chemical change? A change in which chemical composition change. Mark my word here, chemical composition change. And we know if chemical composition is getting changed, means new substance will be formed. What? New substance formed. Chemical composition change and a new substance getting formed. Those kind of changes are called chemical change. For example, first one, milk to curd. Milk to curd. Second one, burning of paper. Milk to curd, burning of paper. Means, see, what I said, chemical composition is getting changed. If I change milk to curd, we know milk has a totally different proportion, different properties, and curd has a totally different from milk. Similarly, if I have this paper, this is having some different properties, but if I burn it, it will form some gases, and a black dust. So it will be having a totally different properties from the paper. So those kind of changes are called chemical changes, in which a new substance is getting formed, total chemical composition is getting changed. Okay, this was a physical and chemical change. Now let us differentiate about chemical and physical change. See, this is our physical change. This is chemical change. So what was our first thing? We saw only appearance change. In physical change, only the appearance of the substance was getting changed, but in this, whole chemical composition was changes. Whole chemical composition getting changed. Second one, if only appearance is changing, it means no new substance formed. No new substance is getting formed. But in case of chemical changes, new substance formed. Why? New substances formed. These substances formed because chemical composition changing, and when chemical composition change, always a new substance getting formed. We can say it is a temporary change. Temporary. The temporary change. This is a permanent change. Temporary change, what I mean by this, see, we have ice cube. If we melt it, we'll get water. If we again freeze it, we'll get ice cube. Similarly, if we have wax, we melt it, we get it melted wax. If we freeze it, we get solid wax. Those kind of changes are called temporary change. Permanent change means once we have made curd from the milk, again we cannot get the milk. So those kind of changes are called permanent change. Okay. So as it is temporary change, it is a reversible. It is a reversible change. It is irreversible change. I hope you are getting the meaning of reversible and irreversible. Reversible means again we can go to the back state of matter. Means I just now I to give you the example that we can get water, we can go water to ice, ice to water. Those kind of changes are called reversible. What? You can get water to ice and ice to water. Right? You can go water to ice and ice to water. Those are called reversible change. But we had milk to curd. Milk to curd we can go, but this is we cannot come back. So those are called irreversible change. Fifth one, you can say no or till heat is absorbed. But in case of chemical change, heat is either absorbed or given out. Means to complete a chemical change, we'll either have to provide heat, or once the chemical change will occur, heat will release. Example we had, you can say all melting of wax, ice, called as a physical change. Again write, also write tearing of paper. But in this you can say milk to curd. See one example. Then baking of chapatis, ripening of food. Those all kind of ripening of food. Those all kind of examples are called as a chemical change, because in this chemical composition is getting changed and we cannot get back to the first compound, or you can say first matter, whatever we had and whatever concept it was. So I hope you have got the concept behind physical and chemical changes. Thank you so much.